Peace, YouTube. What it do? Your boy Justice Shabazz back with another video. How everybody doing this early AM Wednesday? No, excuse me, Thursday. I'm behind, right? Just come back with a video, and I want to touch on a few things. And I know I always be going in with the females, talking about their accountability and how they're not accountable nowadays. The modern woman, not submissive and feminine. But I gotta call a spade when I see it too, and I gotta speak on the guys, because I don't want to be one-sided, and I don't want to be like I'm biased. But this goes for men as well. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta be held accountable, you gotta be checked, you gotta be confronted, corrected. You know what I'm saying? And I realized too, and I apologize, family. I was supposed to have been writing this book. I'm halfway through, but I had so much other things going on. It just shifted me away from it, and I got to get back into it. But I was writing a book about the flipping of the shifting of the pendulum, the feminine energy and the masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? It used to be the masculine was more up here and higher vibration and leadership. Now it's the other way around. It's like the feminine energy is up here and the masculine is that down here, and it goes for the men as well. Like, this is the thing, family, kings. We had a code at one time, you know what I'm saying? You don't break the code, you know what I mean? And if I tell a brother something, I expect it to stay with me and the brother, you know what I'm saying? I expect it to stay with the family. I'm tired of talking to brothers about something, especially when it comes to a female, and they're running back and telling the female. You gotta stop that shit, you know what I'm saying? Just when I thought this one dude was solid, I found out he's not solid, and he's an OG. I told him something minor about a female. This dude ran back. He couldn't wait to run back like a female and be a chatty patty. Stop that chatty patty shit. You know what I'm saying? In the earlier stages of my life, I had an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold stuff in. As a man, as male bonding, you can't be running back telling shit. That's pillow talking, number one. And number two, it looks bad on you. You can't be a strong masculine alpha male if you're running back and forth chatting and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had to work on that shit myself in my younger years. So that's all. I'm not even gonna go deep into that. I'm just gonna keep that there. But stop the chatty patty. Stop the tattletelling. Especially if it's a female you dealt with, like what's you gonna get out of that? Running back and telling some shit that another man told you. So it's just that's disgusting. But I want to touch on also as well, if you see what's going on outside, it look very apocalyptic. You know what I'm saying? It looks apocalyptic. The weather out there. You know what I mean? Especially in New York City. It looks apocalyptic. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm gonna pull up article real quick and see. We got. So the air quality right now, the roster, is among the worst in the United States. You know what I mean? Air quality update. Moderate now could become unhealthy for some Thursday. The air quality update. Air quality alert extended as fine particles reach dangerous levels. So it's like you have people. Matter of fact, the EPA. The EPA stands for, but there's something to do with the air, something to do with the quality of level of living for individuals. And it's like, okay, here you go. The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation has begun extended air quality health advisory for fine particles. The alert will remain in effect until at least midnight Thursday. The alert comes as air quality levels in the Rochester region are expected to exceed an air quality index value of 155 for fine particles. The alert covers Monroe, Wayne, Ontario, Livingston, Northern, Cayuga, and Oswego counties. The AQI is a standardized scale developed to simplify the understanding of different pollutants' impact on human health. A higher AQI value indicates a greater health concern. With the current pollution levels elevated, the New York State Department of Health advises individuals to consider reducing strenuous outdoor physical activities to minimize the risk of adverse health effects. Those who are particularly susceptible to the effects of increased pollutant levels are the very young individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as asthma or heart disease. according to the alert. But you know what? I gotta watch what I say because I know they watch my page and they will strike it. I'm not even getting paid for none of these videos, by the way. I'm not monetized, but they still don't want that message getting out. But to me, it sounds like to me, individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as asthma or heart disease, didn't that arm candy they gave us in the plague that we dealt with the last 3 years, didn't that harm people with respiratory conditions such as asthma or heart disease? And they still force you to get that arm candy. If you worked for, like New York State, for example, like myself, they forced me to get that arm candy. And now, I don't have no type of asthma. I don't have no respiratory issues. But my back, definitely, I had back issues, and it seemed like it elevated my back issues. But see, this is what I'm getting at. The Neanderthal that y'all worship, BG, he talked about lowering the levels of population. He talked about blocking out the sun. Are y'all surprised what's going on? This is nothing but a test run in New York City and all over New York State of probably what's to come with this blocking out of the sun. That's just my theory. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. I think differently. I don't think like the average. And that's why I have my platform, my channel, to speak on what I want to speak on, to speak and let it out how I want to articulate myself. And I feel this is a trial run of what's to come. You know what I'm saying? I've been living in Rochester, New York, upstate New York, 46 years. I've never seen, in the beginning of June, 50, 60 degree conditions. 1 week you got 70s, 80s, down near 90s, and then the next week or two, you're in the 60s. You got people going from shorts, t-shirts, swimsuits for females, sundresses, to wearing coats the next week, to wearing gooses, bombers, sweaters, and hoodies. There's definitely something going on. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. Like my man Hassan Campbell said, something just ain't right. Something ain't right out here with these weather conditions. You know, you got, I want to touch on the DC Young Fly. Rest in peace, his girlfriend. Forgot her name. But that goes to show you, you can be rich, successful, have all the money in the world. If you're not happy with yourself, money don't make you happy. Money just amplifies whatever conditions you are in. If you're an alcoholic, you're a crackhead, you're just going to be a rich alcoholic, a rich crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Money elevates who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're insecure, you know what I realize, fellas and females, I date a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46 years old, so obviously I dated a lot of women. And in my encounters, I realized the more prettier the women were, the more insecure they were. I never understood that. I dated this one woman, beautiful, body just remarkable. And she didn't eat meat. She was a vegan. She's from California, pretty face. But she just was so insecure. And, you know, she didn't get no body work done, no face done. But she had insecurity. She thought that she wasn't good enough. And I ain't gonna lie, I really would have settled down with this woman. Beautiful woman. She was spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Her finances, you know, whatever. But you always can work on that. Everybody needs some type of guidance. And most of the time, women, they need the right guy to guide them in the right direction. Because you got all these knuckleheads and guys who are going to lead them in the wrong direction. So when they have a real Lord come in their life, lead them in the right direction, they don't know how to accept that. But my thing is, get back to this DC Young Fly thing. I don't know. I won't say sacrifice. I thought that in the back of my mind at first, like, because DC Young Fly been eating for a while. He been getting money. He been getting bags. He been getting movie roles. He got a show. So I'm like, could this have been his sacrifice? Because you know, Nori said it's 2 doors you got to walk through. Either the sacrifice on the right or the homosexual agenda on the left. You got to walk through one of them doors to make it in Hollywood, to make it, you know what I'm saying, in the industry. So could it have been that? Who knows, right? Briefly, I'm touching on that. But this air thing, this apocalyptic air quality over New York State is very troubling because I was just recently talking to somebody about chemtrails, and it's not too far-fetched. And the government, I believe, even admitted to putting stuff in the air. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just can't look nothing past this government. Because with the arm candy and with other plagues that been coming out the last few years, it seems like every year something new coming out. You know what I'm saying? You see that the plague, you know what I'm saying, the cocoa died out, and now they got to come back with something new to terrorize the people. Now they want you to put masks back on. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's about scare tactics and fear, control. And remember, the elites, one of their logos is, through chaos and confusion comes order. That's a Masonry term. Motto, through chaos and confusion comes order. That's Freemasonry. If you look it up. Chaos and confusion comes order. So I guess them putting this shit in the atmosphere. They say it's a wildfire in Toronto or Canada, whatever, Quebec. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can say whatever. That's the thing. They control the narrative, so they can put the information out and have you to believe whatever they want you to believe. But what really is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I lived in Rochester, New York, 46 years, and I've never seen the weather look like this. Never seen no air pollution in the air like this. Apocalyptic dust particles. And it's like, you know, what else is they up to? Evil takes no day off. Remember that. Evil takes no days off. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx, like, what's going on with him? You know, first his family saying, oh, he's beautiful, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He's walking fine, talking. But there's been rumors that the man is paralyzed. The man is not going to be the same. His speech pattern is off. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going on out here? I believe that cocoa is affecting a lot more people than they're perceived to be, than they're telling the people. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJ K Slays. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who had that cocoa, they had underlying health issues. And that's what that thing was attacking. Anybody who had underlying health issues, immune system issues, you had a 50-50 chance of making it. And now if you look at this air control thing, if you got underlying health issues, respiratory issues, it's going to attack you as well. So that's my thing. It's like this thing is really, seem like it's attacking the same thing that the last plague was attacking. So are they just trying to create things to attack your respiratory immune system? Because I mean, you can die quicker. Maybe if somebody suffocates you, if somebody, you know, stop the healthy flow of oxygen in you, and like that air out there is nothing but carbon dioxide poison. You don't want to inhale that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just terrible. You know, this whole situation. It should not have even been. Shouldn't have happened. But you look at all these train derailments too. Look at all these train derailments. Look at all these, you know, chemical smokes going up in the air. Like, what are they really trying to do when it comes to people breathing? You know what I mean? Like, I made a video before that I was speaking on how everything that human nature needs to sustain and fulfill a healthy, you know, living day, just to sustain life, it seems like it's being under attack and undermined and weaponized. The water is being, you know, weaponized. Air now being weaponized. You know what I'm saying? Food weaponized. It's like everything that's needed naturally to sustain life. Certain people are trying to deteriorate the quality of life for humankind, or you know what I'm saying, humanity. Let me rephrase that. For humanity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is it so bad that they're infatuated with you know, decreasing the numbers? I really don't see it. I don't understand it. But you can never knock down what's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You know, the government hiding alien research and alien visitation on Earth. Aliens definitely visited here and probably still are. You know what I'm saying? But something America knows that they're not hiding. Did America sign a treaty with aliens? Whoever knows, right? I just recently talked to one of my homeboys and he told me it was kind of far-fetched at first. I thought about it. But he told me he was abducted by an alien ship. And I'm like, it's hard to believe, but who knows? Like, I can't tell a brother what he went through. I can't tell a brother what he experienced, what he saw. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take it on face value until he's proven wrong. But nowadays, nothing's hard to believe. All the stuff going on out here, it's not far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, family. It's crazy these days. You know what I'm saying? If we're not getting killed by some savage individual from a mass shooting, if we're not being killed by the unhealthy foods, processed foods, if we're not being killed by the terrible weather, it's like it's so many different elements that can take you out nowadays. Before, you had life expectancy of, if you ate right, worked out, you could live 70, 80 years old. But now it's like people with money, people healthy, is dying at 50. You know, the Bernie Macs, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes, they're dying at 50. And that's very, very, hard to believe, especially when you have money, especially when you have medicine, especially when you have, you know what I'm saying, you have more resources to help you. Because, money is finance and money is freedom. And when you have money, you have the freedom to get the resources that the impoverished people can't obtain. You know what I'm saying? The proper nutrients. So it's just like, it's crazy. But like I said, brothers, stop pillow talking. Makes you look mad corny. Especially a female who ain't gonna give you no pussy anyway, or a female who ain't paying you no mind. You know what I'm saying? This brother couldn't wait to run back and tell the girl what I said. You know what I'm saying? And it was nothing crazy. Nothing even worth telling. You know what I'm saying? This happened several times to me. But I gotta do better as a man to not take people to be solid. Because I'm solid don't mean everybody else gonna be solid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I slipped up before. Brother told me something, I might have, out of the heat of the moment, out of anger, I might have said something to the female, which I shouldn't have. I'm not no better, but this years ago. I don't do all that chatty patty stuff. That's not in my DNA. You cannot be an alpha male with beta tendencies. It just ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I stay to myself. I'm alone most of the time, but I'm always trying to meditate and channel positive energy. I'm trying to channel, good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts with a thought. The things you speak into the existence, it formulates. So you have to be careful and remember that. Don't be waking up every day, man, fuck that. I want to beat that nigga ass. I want to kill that bitch. Because that shit gonna stay with you. And whatever you put into the atmosphere is gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? I definitely understand and realize that too. Just because you got away with some shit yesterday, don't mean it's not gonna come back and hit you. You know what I'm saying? Karma is real. What you reap is what you sow. What you put in the environment, always gonna come back, whether it's good or bad. It's gonna come back. And you may do some shit like I said yesterday. It may not come back tomorrow. It may not come back next week. It may not come back next year. But that shit gonna come back when you least suspect it. You know what I'm saying? You have to answer to the Almighty. You have to answer to the universe. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying, family? I just had to come out with this video. A few things on my mind. I'm thinking of going back to the Powerful Impact Mondays. But I'm thinking if I do it, I'm probably gonna have a different background, different setup, and it's gonna be formulated pretty good. Tomorrow, family, I'm having an interview tomorrow. If this brother show up, he told me Friday, I'm gonna say 6, 7 o'clock. I'm gonna try to shoot for the evening because I know brothers be busy. I understand it. I'm gonna say Friday 6, but I'm gonna be inside Channel 15. It's gonna be more professional setting. You're gonna have the office environment with the earphones and the microphone and the glass. It's gonna look more professional setting. So I'm ready for that. I can't wait for that to happen. And just stay tuned to the channel, family. More great content coming. Got interviews coming. Like I said, I'm locked in Channel 15. I'm working on the show. If I'm gonna put that out soon, but there's just so much going on, and it's only one day at a time. You know what I mean? I eventually do want to push that book out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be called Bringing Back Justice to the Dating Game, and just telling you what's going on out here and how feminine energy and the alpha energy is off course. That's why the world is off balance, because it's too much